Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, we got some serious information here about the chemical spill in Charleston, West Virginia. It's getting worse. It's like a prison, according to Charleston, West Virginia Mayor Danny Jones. Let me just say this right now. Charleston, West Virginia, during a press conference Saturday afternoon, the DEP said they now estimate 7,500 gallons of the methachlorhexene methanol have leaked into the Elk River there in downtown Charleston, West Virginia. The emergency do not use water order is still in place, folks. And they've now limited people to 3.3 liters of water apiece every 24 hours. Now, there is not enough water for 300,000 people in bottles. They've been told they cannot drink the water, they cannot do their laundry in water, they cannot cook in the water, they cannot bathe in the water, they cannot do anything with this water. So basically you have 300,000 people with no water instantly and not enough bottled water. FEMA is supposed to come and bail everybody out, but the pushing, the shoving, there are people going to emergency rooms now, vomiting and excessive high fevers and sicknesses, and we're just praying to God no one dies. This thing is a mess. Here's the words that on CNN, there was an interview with Charleston, West Virginia Mayor Danny Jones, and he's not happy, and it doesn't sound like anybody's got answers. Who caused it? Why? And what is the answer?
People are told that their drinking water is only good for flushing toilets. 300,000 people without water. Your town must be desperate right now. They can't cook, they can't clean, they can't shower. This is a horrific situation.
It's a it's a disaster, and it's caused us more problems than you can ever imagine. Not only can we not wash dishes, we can't wash our hands after we go to the bathroom. You can't wash your clothes. And you can't drink the tap water. You can't cook with the tap water. So it's caused us all kind of grief, and it's a prison from which we'd like to be released. We hope that the company behind us, West Virginia American Water, can come up with a solution to this, and come up with a solution soon. Because at the press conference they had today, that was the question that I asked. Do you have a timeline? And they have no timeline. So it's caused us a lot of problems.
Mayor Jones, the U.S. Attorney is investigating this situation. What can you tell us about that? Could there be criminal charges involved in part of this chemical storage facility where these chemicals supposedly came from?
Well, I met with the president of the company this afternoon. I had not met him before. He told me he had just owned the company 9 days, and I don't know if that's true or not.
9 days.
But he was the individual that you featured at the beginning of at the top of the hour. So I'm not sure how good a handle he has on the company. I asked him, how did the chemical go over the wall, or how did the chemical get in the river, because they have a wall? And he said he didn't know. And then I said, I had a friend over here that had a picture of holes in the wall. The chemical went through the wall.
Goodness.
And then he admitted that he knew that. So it's going to be a problem. The U.S. Attorney, we have a very good United States Attorney, so I wouldn't want to get caught in those crosshairs.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't know how it went over the wall. He said, but we found out where it went through the wall. He says, yeah, I knew that. What? This is not good. So how do you know when it's the all clear? What is the all clear? What is the remedy? How much further down? When it flows down the Elk River and it goes eventually into the Ohio River, eventually into the Mississippi River. How many people, as a matter of fact, I got an email earlier, yesterday evening from Larry in West Virginia, who said he had actually been to Flat Woods, Kentucky, which is just over the line there from West Virginia, and they told all the residents of Flat Woods, Kentucky, don't drink the water. They said because they had a pipe broke from the cold weather, and we don't want anybody drinking the water. But he's not buying it. He said, I'm telling you, Paul, I think that this chemical has made its way now into Kentucky. So in other words, we don't know we can't get the straight of it. And really, to be honest, the national media is not really pushing the buttons. This is right in the middle of FEMA Region 3. Of course, it's Charleston, West Virginia, but my goodness, this thing is a regional problem and could become even larger than that. This is not good. This is not good. Well, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it a lot tonight on our live broadcast. We'll be on today from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern on my live show, Sunday Night Live. It's at my website, www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. We're also going to talk about the 7 days of passage. That's right. We're starting that today as the earth has to go through 2 debris trails of Ison. The one when Ison was on its way to the sun, and the debris trail after it went around the sun and came back. We're going to have to pass through both of those and be caught in the middle. Scientists, NASA says we're going to be getting hit by comet dust, maybe meteorites coming and going like a double whammy. That's going to last for 7 days. While we're doing that, Israel is going into 7 days of mourning for Ariel Sharon, starting today. He died yesterday. Starting today, they go through 7 days of mourning, the same time the earth is going through 7 days of passage. So while these events are playing out, we realize there's a whole lot more going on. There's they say now over 700 people have been killed in Syria in the last 9 days. And hundreds are missing as the war is escalating out of control. Not only there, but in Iraq and in Lebanon and in other parts of the Mideast. As the peace agreement continues to move forward by John F. Kerry, Israel has been fired upon by rockets from Gaza. And they fired the rockets straight toward the town where Ariel Sharon's family was meeting at a relative's house mourning his death last night. How terrible, how cruel, how evil is this thing starting to get? So stay where you're at. Don't miss the show tonight. We'll talk about the chemical skill in West Virginia. We'll talk about the 7 days of passage. We'll talk about the 7 days of mourning and Ariel Sharon. We'll talk about Rabbi Kaduri's prophecy. We will talk about the Middle East crisis going on. And what about that meteorite that went over Japan? Did you see that thing? Boom! That thing was huge! Huge! Is that one of the meteorites we're going to see during these 7 days of passage? What else is coming upon the earth? Don't miss tonight's show from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern at my website, www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. Also on new live stream channel and live stream and Blog Talk Radio, or your cell phone if you just want to dial the number 347-324-5208. That's 347-324-5208, and we can talk about it. You can listen to the entire broadcast on your cell phone tonight for 3 hours. I'll see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't be late. Be ready.